God that there's a name that I can call. Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people.
I call him Jesus.
That's his name.
Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. I call him Jesus. Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. It's always problems. Life isn't fair. I'm screaming drama. It's like nobody cares. When I need a savior and I'm in prayer, there's only one name, nothing compares. So I declare that I'm gonna be one who claims authority. I will fear no evil things, for I know that he's with me. It's not just what I believe. Lord, I know you're breaking chains. Anytime I'm feeling bound, I will just call on your name. That name is Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. Yes, that's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. Yes, that's the name. See, this is faith time, 'cause it may seem hard, but I know my God, he's done it before. I call the main line, and then I'm restored. Now all my passion, now it can be towards giving Jesus every ounce of thanks. Wave my hands and give him praise. Holy, holy, we proclaim. Worthy is the Lamb who's slain. I'm not worthy of your grace, but I'm glad you're breaking chains. Anytime I'm feeling bound, I will keep calling your name. That name is Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. Yes, that's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. That's the name. I call him Jesus. That's the name. Yes, that's the name. Say he rose. He saves. He rose. He saves. Say he rose. He saves. Yes, he rose. And he saves. He rose. He saves. He rose. Yes, he saves. Jesus rose. He saves. He rose. He saves. He's Jesus. Call him Jesus. Jesus. When I need him, I can call him. He's always there. Nobody like him. Call him Jesus. In the morning and in the noonday. He's my healer. He's my provider. He's my way maker. He is my savior. He's everything that I need. I call him Jesus. Everybody, Jesus.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Vada from IsHeARealOne Radio, and we are here with yet another segment of Real Talk with Big Little Bro. So come on in and let Big Little Bro holla at you. Before we get started, I want to invite you to hit the like button. Go ahead, like the video. It costs you nothing. Just hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. What on earth are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this here YouTube channel. All right. And I also want to encourage you to leave a comment. If you want to wait till you like or dislike whatever I'm about to say, then go ahead and wait. But please leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. Leaving a comment help us out in the algorithm game. All right. So thank you for coming over your Big Little Bro's house. It's a lot of people over today. Yeah, I know. So-and-so graduated. So a few people came over to say congratulations, and we cooked some food. But hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you. So Big Little Bro wants to holler at you. Let's go over here. It ain't that many people over this way. Come on, let me holler at you real quick, man. So you and I spoke before. You know what? Let me not even do it this way, because maybe you didn't hear the last video. So I'll just tell you what the topic is. The topic today is How well do you receive constructive feedback? How well do you receive constructive feedback? This question is derived from a video that I did where we were discussing, am I the problem? Are you the problem? Maybe you are the problem in your marriage, in your singlehood, why your engagement didn't work out. Maybe it's you. That was the last video. So make sure you check that out. But this derives from that because this is something that we highlighted a little bit. How well do you receive constructive feedback? How well do I receive constructive feedback? What do I mean by that? When someone says, hey, I have analyzed something that you did or something that you do, something that you say often or something that you said. And here is what I think about it. If you apply these things, I think you'll do a better job. Oftentimes, this might happen at work. You know, we might get constructive feedback, and depending on how taxing our job is, maybe we'll take that feedback and just do whatever our boss says because we really don't care. We just say, hey, whatever you tell me to do, I'm just going to do it because I'm just, I'm just going to do this until I get off and then I'll go back to my real life. But that actually relates to another video that we did. Make sure you follow all of our segments on Real Talk with Big Little Bro. But actually think about that. How well do you receive constructive feedback? Because this is important in marriage. This is important in having long-term successful relationships, receiving constructive feedback. So I don't want you to just think about what you think. Maybe you think, hey, I don't receive constructive feedback well. I know that. And if that's the case, I applaud you for being honest. I applaud you for analyzing yourself. And I pray that you authentically work on improvement in that. Therapy will be a really good start. Start with therapy. Okay. But maybe you're going, yeah, I receive constructive feedback well. Well, maybe you've heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. Your opinion is not the opinion that should reign supreme about that. What do your parents think? Whoever raised you, whoever had the responsibility of doing most of the correcting in your thinking and your behavior, what do they think? Do they think you receive constructive feedback well? Have you ever asked them? Won't you ask them? Do you not want to ask them? Are you afraid of what they'll say? If you think you know what they'll say, because maybe they'll say it, maybe they say it a lot, I believe you should still ask them. Because if you've never asked them, that conversation might be shaped and framed a little differently than when they just say things to you out of frustration or something that they want you to hear. And again, I believe this is a good asset and skill set to have as a married person anyway. Baby, is it something that you think I should know? Is it something that you would like me to work on? Is it something that you would like me to improve on? Maybe she already told you what to do. And that's her opportunity to say, well, what I've already said earlier, that's all I want. Okay, cool. Now I know we on the same page though. But what do your parents or other authority figures in your life think about the question, how well do you receive constructive feedback? Do they think that they are allowed to finish their thought before you respond? You can also ask your ex this. Do they think that they're able to finish their thought before you chime in? Do they think that you apply the constructive feedback, meaning you demonstrate that the feedback that was given to you has been heard and your behavior has adjusted in that area? Do they think that you do that? This matters in the type of spouse that we are or will be in a marriage. I don't want us to guess the answers of these people. I want us to actually go and get the answers from these people. How about this? Do you think it's a sign of weakness to receive feedback? Because sometimes some of us have insecurities, and an insecurity will make us look at constructive feedback as an opportunity to look tough and look like, oh, you're not going to correct me. I am not about to look weak. Are you a person who has made mistakes before? Are you traumatized from lies that you've been told before? Were you taken advantage of before? And it's hard for you to have those conversations because you're still dating that person who did that to you. You're still involved with the person who did you wrong, and you're bringing that in to everyone else who gives you constructive feedback. First of all, again, therapy. Go get some therapy. But these are things that we ought to consider, in my opinion. How well do you receive constructive feedback? Because if I'm traumatized by disrespecting the past and I take that out on you, when you're giving me constructive feedback about how to love you, that's me being a bad spouse. I don't want that from you. I'm your big little bro. I want you to be a wonderful spouse. And receiving constructive feedback is an important part to this. Because far too often, we completely dismiss the possibility of us being lazy, of us being entitled, of us being spoiled. Some of us think that being spoiled is cute. Yeah, I'm spoiled and it's cute. Does your spouse think it's cute? Does your potential spouse think it's cute? Did your parents think it's cute? Do the people who love you the most think it's cute? Or only you? Or are you waiting for the person who thinks it's cute? And that's going to be the person who you marry. Come on. We got to do better. Are you inconsiderate? Are you ungrateful? Do you have a habit of not realizing how hard someone is actually working? Once you ask your parents that, once you ask one of your exes that, yo, am I ungrateful and I don't realize it? Do I not realize how hard someone is actually working? The effort that someone actually put in, and I'm overlooking it? I'm not saying you a bad person. I'm saying you human, just like I'm human. I do some of these things, and I need to be intentional about receiving constructive feedback. See, being a good spouse, we're not going to get there on accident. We have to be intentional. And being intentional means I need to examine myself and go, am I able to receive constructive feedback? Do I only respond well to constructive feedback when it's really a bunch of compliments? Or how about this? Do I only respond well to leadership when the leadership is something that I want to do? Is that the only time I respond well to leadership? Is when the leadership is doing something that I want to do anyway, saying something that I don't mind doing anyway. Ask a leader. If you are a member of a church, won't you ask your pastor? Won't you ask the president of such and such ministry that you're a part of what they think? Ask them. Because if you're able to ask them and that conversation is productive, you'll be more equipped to be able to ask your spouse if you're single and not married yet. Won't you practice? Yeah. Won't you practice? So big little bro wants you to be happy. Big little bro wants your spouse to be happy. And I believe that we can achieve those things if we think about how well we receive constructive feedback. Look, I'll be the first one to tell you constructive feedback is not something that's easy to hear. It's not something that's easy to hear. And sometimes some people are haters. So sometimes people might take the opportunity to give you constructive feedback and just hate on you and tear you down. But how can you tell the difference? If we get enough constructive feedback, like as a practice, that's going to help us with our discernment on when someone is hating, when someone just wants to use this as an opportunity to insult me a little bit, or if they're actually saying something that can be helpful to me as a person. Because if I'm making all those decisions on my own, it's not going to be a whole lot of constructive stuff. So I'm not saying set yourself up for hurt and pain. If you know someone is disrespectful and rude, no, you don't need to go to them for constructive feedback. And also, don't use my video as an excuse to go back to whatever toxic person that you need to leave alone. Well, Vada said, ask a ex. Vada said, ask such and such. How well do I receive constructive feedback? And I want to call him anyway. So, hey, John. Nah, don't put that on me. All right. And same thing to you dudes. Don't put that on me. All right. But I am saying the people who have the most experience with you in this area, ask them, how well do you receive constructive feedback? Are you a listener? Are you entitled? Are you dismissive? Do you apply the feedback? Are they able to see through your actions that you heard them? These are questions that matter before marriage, because it's an attribute, a skill set that we have as a person, and it's certainly going to matter in marriage if you ever get married, if we ever get married. All right. So your big little bro has spoken. These are the thoughts of your big little bro. I love you. I'm not saying this to hurt. I'm saying this to help. Peace out.